Greetings survivors and friends, SHADOWFRAX here with the biggest news from the game where dull moments are punishable by excitement, and the biggest news this week mostly has to do with my face, which apart from being just too handsome to hit with a rock, can now be accessorized in ways that would make Mr. Potato Head jealous. Yes indeed, I don't care what you say, the team do listen when an important bug is highlighted, and here's the proof, because now, at least on the staging branch, we can finally wear moustaches and beards with eyewear, as nature intended. This is all thanks to a new lower face slot that certain things like beards, moustaches, and bandanas will occupy, and this means more combinations are now available. Although not everything works, of course. Just experiment. Actually, I take that back. Thanks, Facepunch. Facepunch. The other big news this week, although arguably not as exciting, is that Facepunch have for the first time enabled Twitch drops for 3 items, which will be available for you to collect by watching Rust streamers for the requisite amount of time between now and the 19th of November. The items are, in order, purple glasses in exchange for an hour of your life, purple undercrackers for 3 hours, and for the meagre sacrifice of 6 hours or a quarter of a day, you can unlock a headset, which does actually have some protection value as you can see here and is craftable for just 10 cloth. Wow. The glasses are more expensive at 30 frags and offer 0 protection, although I guess these values could still be subject to change. All the details of how you can get these drops are available on the latest blog, and I'll put the link in the description for you so you can have a read instead of asking me in the comments. I might even have to stream Rust myself at this point. Oh, by the way, yes, I do have a Twitch, although that's mostly stress related. In other news, it wouldn't be proper not to mention all the quality of life improvements that have been working their way onto staging this week. First of all, you can now use the delete and backspace keys when in the code lock UI. Very handy. There should be better placement on slopes for the small refinery, and deployment is now allowed on the repair bench, so this is possible. Lovely. Talking of deployment, you can no longer stick a water purifier in the cursed cauldron. Shame. Does that look nice? There'll be even more phone booths now, such as at the sperm kets and gas stations. Support is being added to allow for promoting players to Team Leader from inside the Rust Plus app. And for cinematographers, there's now an option to dynamically change the depth of field to match a targeted entity. For this, you'll need to change DOF_mode to 2 in the console, although be aware that it stops working when you get within a certain distance of the targeted entity, which is a shame. Most excitingly, however, we now have new supply drop art. As far as I know, the fillings won't be changing, but instead of the old airdrops that have remained pretty much unchanged since Legacy days, complete with suspicious immersion-breaking gaps, we now have this snazzy new creation which fits in much better with everything else, and that still does have the odd immersion-breaking gap, but only if you look at it from the wrong angle. In works in progress, the Happis rescue attempt continues, and if you'd like to see the latest pics from that, then I showed them on last week's vid. Haven't got any more for you yet, sadly. Same goes for the HDRP backport work, and again, please check last week's vid for those pics. There's still plenty of work going on to add functionality to the work cart, which we know will be a means to get around the island on some sort of rail system, a crane, which I believe will be something to do with recycling cars, but that is still a bit hazy around the edges as far as details are concerned. And lastly, the drone has reared its head again in the commits, along with some basic AI. You may remember me talking about these on a number of occasions before, and the model itself has been hovering around in the game files for a long old time, but could we finally see it scoot over yonder hill and start to monitor us for suspicious activity? Will it be something that players can somehow get their greasy hands on to spy on their neighbours with? Time will tell, but please let me know in the comments what you think and what you'd use one for if you could. Please sub if you're not, and leave a like if you'd be so kind. As I say, I have a Twitch, link is below, come and follow me there. Also Twitter, Facebook, Discord and my Steam group to stay up to date with my content. Plus, you can support me by either grabbing a Subject to Change shirt on my store or becoming a patron like these amazing chaps on the right. I shall catch you all soon, but in the meantime, keep calm and stay rusty. Cheerio. This video is powered by AWDIT's producer range of workstation PCs, available now at awdit.co.uk. Shame. Does that look nice?